So the action resumes.
Vietnam really have played into their opponent's hands here, Peter, and they need to sharpen up. They'll get chances in this second half, I'm sure of that. They just have to make sure they don't waste them.
And he's there to get it away. Vietnam have got it back and they'll have another go. And he can thump it away. Kvaratskhelia producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Good ball over the top. Schmeichel breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Not the most convincing of passes. Best is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here. Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
This might... Real chance! He's got a goal! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Substitution on the field, number 6, Hullet.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Number 10.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this?
George Best. Number 16.
Olise is looking to influence the game from out wide.
Number
And that has left him in a heap.
Number 11.
Schneider.
Ibrahimovic.
Vieira.
Number
Gabriel
18,
makes the interception.
Nedved. Number 20.
Desai spots it and
Number
intercepts.
22, Schneider. Substitutions taking place.
And here's Aubameyang. Pass is just off target. Ronaldo is herring after that one. Nicely worked. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Maldini. Nedved. And it's Ibrahimovic. And here's Bale. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Olise. Olise going face-to-face with his great rival. And they're quick to get it back. Vieira. Not the most accurate pass. He's found a way through. Cristiano Ronaldo! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
There's the shot! But he's left disappointed. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Tries one from range! Rummenigge! Truly a man who will pass the test of time! A finish right from the top draw! You just know there is no stopping that.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity.
It's Ibrahimovic! Smash and save, really good save that.
Vietnam are showing good urgency, but they have to place more emphasis on service into the box.
That's going to go a long way. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. That's a cute ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Schneider. Ernest, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Now, that looks a decent ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Ibrahimovic is having a shot! Vieira. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Spread it left. Has a look up and delivers. And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So straight into the action.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Now it's Messi, looking for the run. Spread neatly. He's rising! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
That is good progress on the left. Can he get it through? He's found space here. Real chance!
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Cleared away. Vietnam have the chance to go the other way. Thuram cuts it out. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Now it's Messi. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Best going face-to-face with his great rival. Now that looks a decent ball. He's got plenty of space out wide here. He has found the way through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Vietnam, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And it's Hullet. Lahm kept his eye on it, and he's there. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Hullet never out of the action for very long. Distributed tidily. Now it's Messi. Lahm looking to receive it in space. Lahm just loves to go forward whenever he can. Best. He is. There's the shot.
Will simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Lahm.
Pretty robust defending.
Maldini pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. Hazard. He's shifting through the gears. Chance! A wonderful effort all by himself.
Hazard just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Drogba is firing after that one. And this is Hazard. And he's there to make the challenge. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's been cut out, well played. Cannavaro.
Cabo Verde are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Nice interception, well timed. Maldini. Now it's Drogba. No, that's been intercepted. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Hullet dominates aerially so often. And it's Hazard. And he was quick to react. Azar. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Drogba. Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's a pretty loose pass. Nicely aimed pass. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Lam. Messi. Nicely weighted ball. He's found space here. He's got away. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. And for the first half, that is that. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So very little to report. Nothing indeed in terms of goals scored.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Now it's Drogba.
Vietnam have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
And he's managed to get... And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Delivery from Mbappe. Oh, he's been flattened there. Now it's Drogba. Looking to play him in. And he cuts out the supply. Mateus. And this is Drogba. Well, they've got it again. And that has left him in a heap. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And he has shown him a yellow card. And no, just off target. Corner number 2 then. Now, can they get him away? And now they can spring out of defence. Looking tidy in possession here. Spread it left. And it's Hullet. And here's Azar.
Hazard clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Hullet. Now it's Azar. Well-timed, excellent interception. Azar. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Lam picks it up out wide. Shoots!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Vieira is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And it's Hullet. This is a promising build-up. This looks promising. Oh, the ball's run loose here. De Rossi. Couldn't squeeze it through. Mateus. Vieira. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
Vais proceder a uma substituição.
Great chance here from position A1.
Well, it's quite simple. They have the best man for the job on it.
Número 23. Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Del Piero! So, third corner of the game. Keeper has taken decisive action. Marcelo is onto this. And now a sudden chance to counter. He'll try from distance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And he's quick to return it. He's picked his way through. Hazard with the delivery. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Cabo Verde clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's managed to get... It's Bale! Ambitious, but just off target.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Vais proceder a uma substituição.
Cabo Verde have opted to make another change here.
Número 8.
They've played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
Ferdinand. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 19.
Hazard looking for options for movement.
Número 41.
Marcelo gets into a good position.
Pepe.
Stood up well to him there. That's destined for the flank. That's where it came from. Can he finish? Oh, it's fallen loose again! And it's in! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Cabo Verde have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
It's loose now and they want to get it back. An uncompromising challenge. Thuram has got himself a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's Hazard. Del Piero. And here's Bale. That's good running with the ball. Oh, great defending. That needed doing.
Well, you'd expect nothing less from him, Peter.
Rice, very much a man of this moment. Aimed beyond the defence. Drogba. Goes for a shot! Oh, it rattles the bar. And this is Hazard. Played back. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shot. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
I'd say Petr Cech. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his game, and I can't. Dependable and strong in every aspect of a goalkeeper's job, and he breeds confidence for his defence.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Vietnam with the corner, they're first. He's having a pop! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the... Tries a shot! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Arsenal finding themselves unexpectedly behind.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Vieira calmly anticipates. Rice. Messi. And it's Lam. And here's Ronaldinho. Knocks it into space.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Hazard. It's Hazard! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Vieira is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Bullet! And he couldn't finish.
Bullet has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Corner number 2 then. Ah, that's a fine interception. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. And here's Hullet. Looking for the run. Chance for a shot! Messi.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a... shooting chance! And a neat finish. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Arsenal restore parity.
This is exactly the...
And the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Oh, it's come off the upright. Goal! Arsenal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Arsenal with the lead.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose.
Could be danger here. Real chance! And he's stuck it away. They are purring, truly purring. That was a given, it always was.
Van Basten really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. So the lead now is 2.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. And Messi! Looking to play him in. Vieira. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And this is Van Basten. Roberto Carlos. He's got away. Thuram did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. Looking for options for movement. Oh, he's bustling through here. And he's quick to snatch it back. He's in plenty of space here. Mbappe, and a shot! Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Cannavaro.
There will be 3
Ronaldinho,
minutes added
a
time.
player who needs no introduction. Can he get it through? Now it's Hullet. Vieira. Spread out to the left. Roberto Carlos. Hullet. Tries to play it, takes a shot! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
And the referee has blown for half-time. So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So the action resumes.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Vieira. Messi is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. And here's Ronaldinho. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Big chance! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. A big, deep breath. Oh no, he's managed to miss it.
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
No way through. Lovely ball and a real chance now. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And there's the shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game.
Substitution on the field. Number 23.
Vietnam choosing to make the first change.
Number 6. Hullet. Number 10.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Number 19.
Messi has created 1 goal already.
Coming on the field.
Stam,
Number 11.
Rice.
Ibrahimovic.
Good running,
Number
strong
21,
and purposeful.
Aubameyang.
Aubameyang!
Nedved.
Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So, third corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that is a little undercooked. Aimed beyond the defence. Rice. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Lam is looking to influence the game from out wide. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. De Rossi. Messi. And it's Bale. Now it's Schneider. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Not too many have the power or indeed the accuracy from this range. Would he dare to have a go? Not the most accurate pass. Van Basten. Vieira. Roberto Carlos. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Messi wins the duel this time. And here's Ibrahimovic. Vieira. Messi. Threads one in. Lahm. And he's picked out the run. And he is deftly away. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Arsenal have got it back and they'll have another... And Messi! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Thuram. That is ended up in no man's land. Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Lahm. And it's Messi. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Now, can they get him away? No, it's come to nothing. Played up towards the front line. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Picked out brilliantly. He's in a shot, a goal! It's a goal! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Just one in it now.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Rice. Roberto Carlos looking to receive it in space.
Substitutions taking place.
Oh, he's been caught. He's having a shot! And that's a good finish. Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. An act of great generosity, accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
And he was quick to react. And it's Bale. Bale is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, easy pickings there. Space for him to turn and look. Great chance! Goal! With so little time left, grandstand finish. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Vietnam give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
Now it's Pelé. That's good play. Pelé! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Oh, what a chance. And after doing all the hard work as well, he'll be kicking himself here.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. He won't be happy with that one. And that is as much time as there will be. Vietnam played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utter... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and usually that crucial split second ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, fabulous reader of the game.
And pretty much got it all.
And now the breakaway. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh, well played. Vieira.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Knocks it into space.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now it's Cruyff, and he's got away from it. Tries to play it through. Azar.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Bellingham unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And the pass is intercepted. And we have our very first corner. That has been knocked clear. FC Tokyo are looking to go forward now. Gives it back. They're urging him to shoot. Well, there's the clearance. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Vieira has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And he's only too happy to take that back.
FC Tokyo really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
And that is expertly dealt with. Azar. Vieira. Bullet. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Threads one in. Oh, perfectly measured that. Vieira. And it's Azar. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Vieira. Cruyff. It's Pedri. Searching pass he's played there. Vieira gets over and intercepts.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically...
Terrific effort! Harmlessly behind.
I think it's a very fair effort, Peter, considering he didn't have much in the way of space to play with.
Maldini played back into the centre. Can he get on the end of this? Thuram. Now it's Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And they're quick to get it back. Now it's Hullet. Couldn't squeeze it through. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Caught offside that time. And it's Pedri. That has ended up in no man's land. Cruyff, and he's there to make the challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Vieira. Vieira was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's shifting through the gears here. Pirlo.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, delightful ball.
Oh, good ball.
And a chance! And he's done it! And there is your opener. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
FC Tokyo have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up.
And we've reached half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Vietnam come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
15,
Back on the way then.
coming on the field.
Vietnam really need...
Can he finish? It's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
He's having a shot! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Desai makes the interception. Azar, very much a man of this moment. Pedri. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Vietnam needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they...
And Hullet! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Desai getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's got away. Deftly away. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Vieira is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. He's a sharp little ball here. That's a lovely, neat pass. Ibrahimovic. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
That has not gone well. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
FC Tokyo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, that's fabulous. Hazard, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And this is Pele. Thuram with the clearance. And he's there to belt it away. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Maldini. Nicely aimed pass. It's a really well-measured ball. Well, that looks a decent ball. Schlotterbeck kept his eye on it, and he's there. And here's the chance to counter. Azar, who is rarely short on confidence. Vieira. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gullit. And here's Mbappe, and he shoots! And he's stuck it away! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Mbappe.
Well, the two coaches
Number
are
7,
signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Coming on the field.
Vietnam with the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Tries to pass it through. Bale is in a really good position out wide. And the shot's on here. Nedved!
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Owen showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Owen. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Toure kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Always goal side. Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Owen. Picked out... Oh, shooting chance! And he hits the net. Again, we are level. What a contest!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Great chance! That's another chance! He lifts the roof! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Well, they've done the hard part, now to survive the last few minutes.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question, how long is there left, including stoppages?
Corner number 2 then. Vieira. Ibrahimovic. There you have it. The referee says that time is up. Vietnam can look back at this result. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're up and running. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the... And the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
That's a decent clearance. It's a promising position, and the cross comes in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And it's Hullet. And Hullet! They've scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Best is onto this. He's found a way through. Best! And the counter is on. He's a sharp little ball here. Vietnam leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Thuram. Desai. Haaland. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
And he's managed to get free. Nesta did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, the box was just so congested.
And Hullet! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And he can thump it away. Haaland. Now it's Mbappe. Best! Another throw-in. Now it's Hullet. That is ended up in no man's land. And it's De Rossi. They get a throw-in. Maldini. Vieira. It's a good spell of possession, this. And he's heaved it away. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Vietnam already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Ronaldinho conjures time and space where few can. And here's Mbappe, and he's been shifted off it.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Gets his head on it! And another try! No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Maldini gets it away. And that has been cleared. .15 till half-time. Threads one in. Oh, good take in a good area. Decent chance! And it's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
He's shifting through the gears here. Mbappe has been caught there, it's a foul. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. Oh, he's having a go! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Vietnam have their second corner now. Nesta clears it away. And it's Azar. That's tidy. He's shot a goal! Vietnam looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Some intricate... And Hullet! Superb from Hullet! A finish of true class! And they're threatening to fly away here. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And now he has two. A case now of complete control.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Vieira. And they can counter here. Looking for the run. Now this could be a chance. France have a free kick. Not much doubt about who's going to take this one. This then an ideal chance to cut the deficit.
There will be 3 minutes.
Now it's Hullet. He'll try from distance. And he's there to get it away. And that's a throw-in. Vieira. Desai. Hazard with a definite foul there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Hullet. Oh, that's Hullet! And he gets rid in a hurry. And he's cut it out. And that is the end of the first half. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
And a quick announcement today.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Vietnam marching seemingly on towards victory, 3-0 at the break.
Substitutions taking place.
The second period is underway. Thuram, and this is Hullet. Now, can he find a finish? Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He is, and the shot! And it's there! Pomp, panache, and passion. This, a man full of it all. Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority.
Chance for a shot! And he's stuck it away. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Hullet demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Well, they may be down, but they're in no mood to go quietly. He's had a shot! Off the post! Lacking in accuracy.
Vietnam certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Now it's Mbappe. He steps in, and that's the end of that. He has found the way through, and this is Bale. Very nicely done. Couldn't squeeze it through. Played with finesse. No luck with that dink over the top. Now it's Hazard. Hazard was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And the pass is intercepted. Into the channel. Can he get it through? Distributed tidily. Now it's... and he shoots! Keeper's got his work done.
Mbappe really looks sharp out there. That first touch, sensation.
Nesta is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning. Zanetti. Zanetti, this is promising. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Looking tidy in possession here. Oh, this looks sharp. Vieira is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Ronaldinho. Vieira. This is a promising build-up. Now it's Thuram. That is good strength. Oh, no question, that's a foul. So, is it really plausible to have a hit from here? Cannavaro. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Thuram. Good purposeful running this. There's the delivery. Oh, great leap! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Hazard. Nesta kept his eye on it, and he's there. Nicely shaped ball. Now, he's just misjudged that one. Thuram. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Bullet. Vietnam do have a chance to counter here. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Bale, looking for a runner, chips it through. Desai, well, that is one way to stop him. Hazard. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Maldini, and he plays one through. And Hullet! Crossbar comes to the rescue. And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Vietnam really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Not got that quite right. Mbappe. At best. He's got away. Oh, some astute defending there. Nesta. Thuram pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Well, he's not going to get any further than that. Mbappe unable to make it happen, and it's been given away. Oh, just a keeper now. Bale!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper is very relieved.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And here's Thuram. Pull it. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Desai, a player who needs no introduction. Aimed beyond the defence. Could move up a gear here. He is through here. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Substitution.
France have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitute. And time is up. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game
everybody,
yet to
and
kick
welcome
off.
to today's
The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
Well, he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent, he's brazen, but he's utterly brilliant.
And never in a mood to accept failure. There's that body language he's always talking about. No wonder he instills both respect and fear in opponents.
Cannavaro does really well to win the ball there. best. Receives it in a good position here. And it's Azar. Azar! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Oh, easy pickings there. Hullet. Ronaldinho. Now Costa Curta. What a throw in. Oh, good steal. He just read it. And this is Hullet. And he's picked out the run. Mbappe. He's through. Shot a goal! What a wonderful goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there. But you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So, a breakthrough already. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. He has found the way through. Shapes to shoot! And again! And he hits the net! And they're threatening to fly away here! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Vietnam are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Ronaldinho powering forward here. Ronaldinho. Azar. Rivaldo. Now it's Hullet. Tries to pass it through. Rivaldo. He won't be happy with that one. Can he get it through? Picked out brilliantly. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Vietnam presented with a golden opportunity here. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running. The lineup we have suggests it's going to be a 4-5-1 formation, Jim.
Well, if you want to secure a clean sheet, Peter, this is a very good way of going about it. It adds discipline and lends a stubbornness to that midfield, which can stifle opposition attempts to play through, and it takes a lot of pressure off your defence, of course. Forces longer passes through the aerial route. So, all things considered, that extra layer across midfield is highly, highly effective.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Vietnam clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one.
He leaps for it! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Vietnam are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Great ball if he can get there. But he's well positioned here. Can he get on the end of this? Rummenigge was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh no, that was never going to make it. And here's Perez. Is there any support? He might not need it. Maldini, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Thuram. This is a promising build-up.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Mbappe! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Deftly away. Vieira.
Vietnam are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Bellingham.
Spain really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rodri. Perez.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now who's going to be first to this? That'll be a throw-in. Takes a shot, and the ball's come loose here. That is ended up in no man's land. De Rossi.
This is the time you need that pace.
Beckenbauer gets across to intercept that. Oh, given away. Cafu. It's a pretty loose pass. De Rossi conjures time and space where few can. Shoots! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Vietnam have their second corner now. Spain are looking to go forward now. Cafu. Now it's Kukçu. He's a sharp little ball here. De Rossi.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Hazard. Rijkaard deals with that comfortably.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Rummenigge is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Spain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Dink through. Oh, that's a key interception. And here's Mbappe. Best, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Bellingham, nicely spread.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
And here's Bellingham. No, he's not getting his way this time. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Vietnam go in at half-time with a game to chase.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Vietnam can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
He's had a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that is well cleared. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Now, what about a counter-attack? And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And here's Bellingham. Kukçu tries to play it through. De Rossi played out towards the right wing.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Real chance! Maldini gets it away. Hazard. And this is Hazard. He's picked his way through. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Best. Rijkaard with the clearance. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, delightful ball. Pires stood his ground strongly. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Yeah, it all looked so promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Now, can they get him away? The less said about that pass, the better. So we've reached the hour mark. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now there's a fine ball. Oh, that's a fine challenge. So, third corner of the game. Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Vietnam get their fourth corner. Getting up there! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Short changes him with that pass. And this is Batistuta. Nedved. And that's aimed into the middle. Bellingham clears it away.
Vietnam really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Cafu. And it's Kukçu. Rijkaard. Well, that has not gone well. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Batistuta. And that should get the job done. And reclaimed it in a trice. And he's intervened well there. Can he get it through? And this is Bale. Saliba clears without hesitation.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And here's Nedved. And here's Batistuta. Shot a goal! Oh, good finish. And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Great vision. Batistuta is having a shot! Oh, glorious Batty goal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency. It's Ibrahimovic! And no mistake. 2 up now, and they are cruising. Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's away we go then. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
I'd say Petr Cech. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his...
Mbappe!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Now it's Eto'o. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Hazard, he has found a way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Eto'o. And Messi!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Now it's Messi. Vieira aimed beyond the defence and claimed it back swiftly. Lovely, now then. Best. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Vietnam with the corner, they're first. And that has been cleared. Morocco have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Messi. Ronaldinho. He's shifting through the gears here. And it's Nedved. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rummenigge. Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Maldini has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nedved cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
So it is still 0-0. No, that's been intercepted, and the pass is intercepted. Well, that pass isn't the best. Vieira. And it's Nedved. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Great chance! Goal! Morocco! And Morocco score first! Complete awareness, he understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Morocco have broken through. It's 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And that is a little undercooked. 15 minutes till half-time. Best will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Mbappe. Hullet. Tries to pass it through. Oh, good-looking ball. Showing great feet there.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Just no time to dwell on the ball there. Nedved conjures time and space where few can. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Oh, that's superb. Now that is a hefty challenge. Keeper's dealt with that. Vieira. And this is it. Shapes to shoot! Now it's Mbappe. Vieira. And it's Nesta. And that's really well manoeuvred. Not the most convincing of passes. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And here's Hullet. Looking for options for movement.
There will be one more.
Can he finish? Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
And the referee says that is that for the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Vietnam trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And we are back on the way.
Vietnam really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Driving forward. And here's Hullet. Maldini. Some resolute defending there. That's been slipped through. Oh, that's fabulous. He's free. It's Eto'o! Now, who's going to be first to this?
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Hullet. Vieira. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Azar being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Now it's Mbappe. Tries to play it through. Nedved. Vietnam still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Oh, he's in! Must be! Chance for a shot! And that's a good finish. And this is getting better and better. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Substitution on the field, number 10.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Morocco are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
And he's got away from him. Ibrahimovic!
Number 7.
Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Ibrahimovic really showed what he brings to this side there. A fantastic effort, even if the defence seemed half asleep.
Substitution.
Now it's Drogba. Nedved. And here's Ibrahimovic. This is a promising build-up. Oh, he's having a go! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Vietnam have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. Azar. Oh, that's clever. That is good alertness. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. And it's Kaka. He's through here. And he's in on goal. There's the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Neymar clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. Vieira attempts a clearance. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. He's got away. Goes for a shot! It's a loose ball. Oh, what has happened here? Ibrahimovic. Now it's Ibrahimovic. That looks a good ball through. Now he's running away. Shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are disappearing out of sight. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Looking for the run. Oh, nicely intercepted. Vieira.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Vieira did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. It's Drogba! Off the post! Oh, he's been caught napping! Oh, well played. Kept cool and dealt with it. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Hazard. Nesta is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Knocks it into space. And this is Drogba. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And he's gone looking for safety. And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Hello attendees, this is a
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I just love the positivity and attitude that Erling Haaland delivers on a football field. It's almost as if he's still on the training ground. And there's one little story in a game where he scored 4, but he was still angry. And asked why he was angry, he said, well, I missed one of my good chances. I think he's destined for greatness.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Cannavaro demonstrating his defensive quality there. That's a sharp pass. Oh, there's a probing ball. He's a sharp little ball here. And he thumps it clear. No way through. Looking to play him in. Kokchu. Nicely weighted ball. Best has the space to scheme. Azar. And no, that was never going to make it. Azar. Azar! And he's there to get it away. Aims beyond the defence. He shifted it to the flank. Kokchu in acres of space out wide. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Oh, super find. Now it's Bellingham. Cannavaro gets over an intercept. Ah, he's given it away. It's played through for him. He's in, and a chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Haaland is offering a wry smile there. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Haaland! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Knocks it into space. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Has a look and plays it forward. Now it's Hullet. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Now that looks a decent ball. That has ended up in no man's land. Vieira is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Now this could be a chance. Oh, super ball. And he shoots! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he has kept it out somehow.
Best really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's their second corner of the game.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Maldini. Kokchu is always scanning the pitch for targets. Bellingham.
Vietnam couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Good running, strong and purposeful. No, that's been intercepted. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And he's there to make the challenge. Oh, it's come loose. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Maldini. That's destined for the flank. It'll pass back. Rijkaard does well to get it back. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. Desai promptly onto that, and that is that. Nice bit of trickery. And it's made its way to... Here's a chance! That could spell trouble. 5 minutes till the break. Stood up well to him there. It's come to nothing. Thuram. Spread to the right. Mbappe. That's a decent clearance. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Haaland.
There will be 1
Bellingham.
minute added time.
That has not gone well. Caicedo.
Might want to be careful there.
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. And that signals the end of the first period. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying.
And we
Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. The second period is on the way.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Oh, good effort! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Rijkaard. And it's Caicedo. That's a throw. Hazard. Now that's well seen too. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Looking for the run. And that pass just didn't quite work. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Chelsea clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Hazard. That's Vieira. Can he get it through? Best. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Best. He has found the way through. Kukçu. So what can they make of this? Played through into space. Hazard providing an outlet on that flank. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just...
Oh, he's having a shot! Sensational from Haaland! About as smooth as it gets. They've done it! Finally, they've broken through. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Chelsea have taken the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
That is good alertness. Gullit being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attention.
It's Hazard! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Hazard just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Substitutions taking place.
Corner number 3 coming up. Oh, great leap! And a neat finish! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
What a header! Flashed in with shapes to shoot! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So can they do it again? He's rising! And now a sudden chance to counter. Thuram pulls off an exemplary piece of defending and reclaimed it in a trice. Played back. Short changes him with that pass. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Hazard. Tries to pass it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Great vision. Lovely. Can he finish? Beautiful from Nedved. A finish right from the top draw. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Vietnam with the lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Bale. Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
Well timed, excellent interception. Tries to play it through. Now it's Bellingham. Now it's Haaland. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Great chance here from position A1. And now as good a time as any to pull level. Kachu! Corner number 2 then. And the keeper beats it away. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? He's gone down. Chance for a shot!
Chelsea really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
But oh, it's offside.
The decision came a little late because the referee initially didn't see the assistance flag, but it's the right call.
Can he finish? And that could have brought them level.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
Vieira can get it clear. Haaland, and the shot! Goal! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasised...
Shot a goal! And they've got rid. That pass has been well intercepted. Great chance! Bellingham. Caicedo.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Thuram. Now it's Bale.
There will be 5 minutes.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. And this is Batistuta. Deftly away. And he's only too happy to take that back. Nedved. And that is a little undercooked. Looking for options for movement. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. He can run onto that. Bale finding himself in space. Shoots! He's done very well to get to that. How they wanted to win. They did everything to win, but time has beaten them. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're on the way. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits.
There's the shot! Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his career in France. I see a lot of bravery and courage, and I think they're words you associate with somebody who is very good in both boxes.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Delivers the ball. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Best. That pass has been well intercepted. Can he get it through? Great ball, and he's in here. Looking to play him in. Duke unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Knocks it out wide. He has found a way through. And the finish! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Quarter of an hour played. Well read, nice interception. Hazard goes for a shot! He's scored! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
The first breakthrough.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team...
Oh, he's all alone!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Best. That is a brilliant interception. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. And this is Hullet. Mbappe! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Desailly kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. It's a really well-measured ball. Decent chance! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Best really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Well, that pass isn't the best. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bojan. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. He's shifting through the gears here. Serginho's cross. Shapes to shoot! But he's left disappointed.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Tries to pass it through, and he's intervened well there. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. No way through, so back it. Real chance! And there's a goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Vietnam are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Cafu knocks it into space. Nice interception, well timed. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Juve is onto this. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Vietnam have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Hullet, shot a goal! Hullet gets flagged offside. Azar, very much a man of this moment. The ball has bounced loose now. Rijkaard. Looking for the run. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Bellingham, played out towards the right wing. De Rossi, passes coming off in quick succession here. Played out to the left flank. Well read, and the danger is averted. Has a look and plays it forward. Not the most accurate pass. And that is a little undercooked. And that signals the end of the first period. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Vietnam looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break.
Changement pour l'Olympique de Marseille. Le numéro 21. Pour le remplacer.
And here is the first touch of the second half. And it's Bellingham. Hazard. And he shoots! Yes! It's all becoming so easy. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
3-0, and things are starting to look... Can he finish? No, he's missed it.
Marseille certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And he's picked out the run. Takes a shot! Great football, shot and save.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
He leaps for it! And it's in! His utter joy! He engages with absolute happiness. A wonderful delivery. And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Chers spectateurs, j'ai le plaisir de vous annoncer que le programme du match d'aujourd'hui est disponible dans les kiosques situés juste après les accès aux tribunes. Cela fera toujours un magnifique souvenir.